One of the biggest issues we have in the employee benefits space is a lack of communication and education on how to use the plans that are put in place. Many brokers out there believe that they're doing their job by putting together a great open enrollment, having amazing meetings where everybody's involved. They bring in all the vendors talk about their programs, and then they get great participation on all of the plans put in. Okay. I want to ask you a question, and it's a rhetorical question because I know that you can't answer me because I'm on this video. At your last open enrollment, when you sat there and the benefits vendor talked about a certain plan, do you remember any of it? You don't. What you're going to remember are some of the high points of your major medical plan because that's what your spouse cares about. That's what your kids need. Everything else, you just got bits and pieces of your accident plans, your cancer plans, your critical illness plans, the telehealth, the telemedicine, the virtual care, all of those things. You remember it's there, but you don't remember why you're supposed to use it, how you're supposed to use it, or when you're supposed to use it. It's because the communication is lacking. The education is non-existent. I know it sounds simplistic, but the way to change the benefit space, really change it so that groups stop having these rate increases, start having more money to put toward their benefit plans, increasing the contribution to employees. The way to make this happen is to pick great programs, educate on those programs, and communicate on a consistent basis with those programs. We remember the things that are drilled into our minds. It happens in school, it happens in business, it happens in parenting, it happens in our marital relationships. Very rarely do we hear something one time, two times, and remember how to use it, when to use it, why to use it, etc. But we expect that the programs we put in place from a benefits perspective will be utilized correctly after having a 15-minute conversation at open enrollment. That's what we expect. It makes no sense. So if you're watching this and you are a C-level executive or an HR professional, an HR executive, ask yourself that question. Outside of open enrollment, how much actual education is taking place? Now, yes, some of the education and the communication is dependent upon the participation of your group, of your company, of your employees in these educational webinars and discussions. Sure. But people will come if you consistently do it because people will remember that there is an educational webinar happening on something that affected them in the past. But you have to do it on a consistent basis. It has to be part of your long-term strategy. You see, strategy not only includes solutions, but it also includes ways to educate, inform, and communicate those solutions to everyone else. You have to be able to do that. So what are you doing on a consistent basis to communicate the programs that you have and to educate the workforce on how to use them, why to use them, and where to use them? I promise if you do this, your benefit package will get better. If you have the right programs in place, if you educate on the programs, if you communicate on a consistent basis that they're there, people will use them. They will use them the right way, and you will see great changes in the overall performance of your benefits package. Hey, I would love to talk to you about yours. There are a ton of employee benefit professionals in the industry. Most of them are great, but I would love to talk to you. Hit me up. Talk soon.